Well, Merry fourth day of Christmas to you. I hope you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful Christmas week. And I hope you're also on the 12 Days of Christmas devotional journey we're doing at Little Hills. You can download the devotional guide at littlehills.church/devotional if you haven't already. It's not too late to start. We're only on day 4. And today we are looking at the story of the Passover. So, why talk about the Passover at Christmas time? Well, originally, we know the Passover was given to the people to participate in a sign as God was going to pass over them, that they wouldn't be inflicted by the angel of death. They wouldn't face the plague of the firstborn. But what we also see, as Jesus explicitly connects it to his story later on in the Last Supper, is that that Passover lamb that provided protection for those households during that first Passover was just a sign of what Jesus would do as he provided the ultimate Passover lamb in himself that provides us freedom from death. And over time, the people were called to reenact that story, to live it over and over again, to observe it every year, that they would remember God's faithfulness. If you think about it, that's what we do at Christmas time. We reenact the story, we tell it to each other. And that's what I love about the 12 days of Christmas. We're spending time meditating on the story of redemption. Reminds me of one of the Psalms. We're also wrapping up our journey through the Psalms this week that we've been going on all year. And one of our Psalms, the first one of the week, is Psalm 147. What does the psalmist say there in Psalm 147, verse 7? He says, "Sing to the Lord with thanksgiving, make melody to our God on the lyre. He covers the heavens with clouds, he prepares rain for the earth, he makes grass to grow on the hills." And he goes on and he rehearses the things that God does. And whether it's remembering the Christmas story, remembering the miracle of the Passover, singing praises to God of the things that he does repeatedly in time, what we're doing is we're reminding ourselves of God's faithfulness in his story and our part in that story. How can you do that this week? What can you do, whether it's turning to the Psalms, whether it's reading part of the scriptures again, whether it's reflecting back over the last year on things you've been praying about and ways that you've seen God working in your life? What can each of us do to remember and to embrace that repetition of story, that coming back to God's faithfulness? Because we're called to do that not just at Christmas, but all year long. And as we take this opportunity on Christmas week to do it, we'll be reminded going into the new year that God is going into it with us. If there's something in particular that struck you about God's faithfulness, I'd encourage you share it in our Facebook group for the 12 Days of Christmas devotional, maybe on this video or just in a separate post. Or there's something else as you reflect on how Jesus fulfills the Passover lamb's story, how that all comes to fruition in Jesus. Maybe share that. I'd love to hear from you. It's wonderful as we go through this if we can share together and chat and think about God's faithfulness. We can tell each other the story as well and encourage each other in that way. Well, I hope you have a Merry Christmas, and I'll look forward to seeing you once again tomorrow.